Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you here. Today we are going to be completing the Bella Beauty Bar Poison Garden palette, and it's going to include 3 looks. So if you want to check out the first one, I suggest going and checking out the video link. It's going to pop up over here and you can go and do that. But basically I used a random sequence generator, and this is the exact same sequence. We finished the first 5 numbers for the first look. I thought this would keep it kind of fun and a bit more light, because generally I struggle with figuring out like what I want to do with each palette, especially when it's bigger like this. It can be a bit overwhelming. So I feel that, you know, giving the chance to a number generator to decide that is yeah, just takes off the pressure and makes it so much easier. So I'm going to start with 2 half looks, and if you want to see the swatches, then I'll have them for you after looks 2 and 3, so you can just use the chapters to navigate and, you know, see what you want to do there. So the first look is going to be shades 10, 5 to 13 and 18. So number 10 is Poison Hemlock, and then number 5 is Bleeding Heart, which is a matte shade. Shade number 2 is Opium Poppy, which is a beautiful orange shade that looks really fun. Then we've got shade 13, which is Stinging Nettle, which is a really grungy kind of green. I love the color combinations I'm seeing so far. And 18, which would be Snake Root. Snake Root looks like a silvery gray kind of shimmer. I'm so fascinated to see how this is going to turn out. So that's for look 2. Now look 3 is going to be shades 20, so that's going to be Deadly Nightshade. Then I've got shade number 12, which is going to be Poison Ivy, and then there's shade number 3, which is Belladonna, shade number 9, which is Hellbore, and shade number 11, which is Lantana, which is a matte yellow. So I'm not going to be able to remember like all of this because it's so randomly generated. So I'm going to do look 2 first, and then we'll do look 3. It's a bit different from my other videos, but I thought, yeah, need to kind of start having a bit more fun with all of these palettes. So this is my way of doing that. So let's just get into look 2. All right, so for look 2, there's 2 mattes and 3 shimmers. So I'm going to start by going in with the mattes. Now I think I'm going to start with Stinging Nettle, which looks like a grungy green, and that's what it looks like on my brush. And I'm going to just take her and put her right here, right at the ends, because I like having this color here. It kind of makes sense to me. And I'm going to take the pink shade because there is a beautiful kind of salmony pink that's coming through, and that is Bleeding Heart. Well, I guess it's not very salmon pink, but it is kind of a more warm toned pink. It's a very pretty color, kind of reminds me of what I get in a lot of my makeup boxes every month by Ipsy, because they send that same color to me, that's Bleeding Heart, as a lip gloss or something every single month. So it's pretty funny that I'm using this now as an eyeshadow. So let's just get some of that over here. I love that. Oh, that's so pretty, gorgeous. And I think I'll just leave that like this for now. I think this looks great, honestly. Beautiful, really beautiful. Yeah, that is pretty perfect. Okay, so we have this. Now there are 3 shimmers here, so that's going to be Opium Poppy, Poison Hemlock, and Snake Root. And I haven't done the swatches yet, so I need to dip into these and kind of get a feel of them. Ooh, okay, very fascinating. So this is what they look like, and they do have shifts. So the yellow one, the yellow-orange one, kind of looks like it's got yellow, green, orange happening, and then those 2 grays kind of look similar, but this one looks a bit deeper, and I think that's Poison Hemlock because it's definitely deeper. It looks like it's got kind of like a green shift happening. This is really fascinating. So I think I'm going to go in with these 2 first, and I think Snake Root, I may just line my eyes with Snake Root or do like, you know, the inner corner thing that I usually do. Right, so I've got Opium Poppy here, which is very pretty, and it definitely needs to be an inner corner shade for me because it's just, it's so bright and so happy. Like, how could this not be an inner corner shade? And you can see that it's looking very much like a green on, you know, just like a skin color kind of base. Like, but when I turn my eye, I am seeing that orange coming through. So it's a very fascinating shade. Now, I did accidentally put some base too high up there, so I will have to just kind of go in and correct that a little bit, because I don't really want to have base showing over there like that. I'm going to go in with Poison Hemlock, which is, you know, a very deep shade. Usually I go in with my fingers and I get a very opaque kind of thing, but I've been leaning more towards the brushes today for some reason. So anyway, I'm gonna add that at the end. And in the middle. This is interesting. I mean, it kind of blends in with that green shade. Pretty interesting. I kind of feel like it does match. Like it kind of is working pretty okay. Like not a color combination I would have gone with, but it seems to be okay, you know, not too bad. Maybe what I should have done was put Poison Hemlock underneath my eye and then Snake Root at the top. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just going in with a bit more of that matte green because I hate losing my mattes after applying a shimmer. Plus I had done that mistake with my base. So I'm going to take that and we're going to put that right here. You can see that. So Snake Root is it's definitely kind of like a lighter gray, like more of a silvery, I would say. Like this one is kind of more black based. That's Poison Hemlock, which is right over here. Kind of feels like it's got a deeper base. So I'm starting off with Deadly Nightshade, I think, because this is like a matte black and it looks like it's got these interesting blue shimmers, like specks of blue shimmer in them. So it's kind of pretty, but I think that it'll end up getting covered because I don't want to have too much of a black matte on my eyes, because, you know, it becomes very intense and then it kind of feels more like a nighttime kind of look. But I can say that this color story is kind of coming across more and more as really perfect for the spooky season. So if you're looking for a new palette for that season, I'm actually thinking Poison Garden just might be it. I'm tapping my brush very lightly, by the way, because I feel like black doesn't always suit me if I overdo it. So we have this. Now I'm going in with Hellbore, which is a pretty purple and it's really nice. And I'm going to put Hellbore here, connected to the black. And I'm putting the yellow shade, which will be the last matte in this look, basically for the inner corners, just to kind of brighten up my eyes a bit. But I will probably have to come in here and reinforce the shades because I kind of feel that it'll get covered up, you know, by the shimmers and everything. So this is Lantana, which is a yellow, and I'm taking Lantana and just putting that here. I do like the pigment of Lantana. I think that that's pretty good. Not bad at all, but of course, you know, it blends out and over time shades do change, so just something to bear in mind. Because yesterday I had gone for that party, I had worn this, and I suddenly realized that my eyes looked great. I mean, everything was looking fantastic. It's just that on one side I hadn't applied enough base, so it had melted off a little bit, and on the other side it was perfectly fine. So yeah, it really comes down all the time to like my base application, because I do have oily lids and I know that my shades always melt off if I don't apply a good amount of that. So I'm going in with Poison Ivy, and Poison Ivy is a fascinating shade. It has beautiful shifts. I'm going to put that in my inner corner because it just looks like a lighter shade here, and it actually shifts into purple. It's a very, very fascinating shade. I'm just going to take that halfway here, and yeah, I switched to my finger, as you can see, because I kind of liked the way that that showed up on my eyes. Over here, that green was also done by finger, and I thought that was pretty. And now I'm going in with the beautiful Belladonna, which I'm sure I'm going to love because it's exactly my kind of shade. So let's take that and let's put that right over here. This is an autumn shade without a doubt. Yeah, Belladonna. This is so smooth, so magical, and it's so crazy to me that, yeah, this look turned out really well. I feel like it ended up matching beautifully, even though this is again randomly generated. So yeah, Belladonna has my heart. Oh goodness, that is stunning. I was not expecting to like Belladonna that much. So I'm very, very impressed with that. I want to go and reinforce a couple of the mattes because I kind of feel that's important. Hey everyone, now this is looks 2 and 3 completed, and I want to get you the makeup details before sharing some feedback, and then we'll go into the final look. So obviously over here, I'll start with the eyes. I went in with my eyeshadow base, that's from Alter Ego, and I have a code and you know how to go and get it. It's in the description box below. And for my lashes, because I did use mascara, I went in with the same mascaras that I did for the very first look, so you can go and check that out as well if you want to. I really like Benefit and I really like Too Faced when it comes to mascara. They seem to work pretty well. For my brows and my blusher, I actually used the Poison Garden palette itself. I was pretty impressed with this. I went in with a little bit of Castor Bean, which is a brown in the palette, and we've already used that in look 1, so I went in with that one. And I went in with Bleeding Heart for my blusher, so if you can see like color coming into my cheeks, it is those, it's basically that shade over there. And I was pretty curious to see how it was going to work, and I feel like it gave such a lovely flush of color to my cheeks. So I'm very happy with the way that the Bella Beauty Bar eyeshadow works as a blusher too. I love palettes like that because, you know, sometimes you're in a rush and you don't have time to reach for 1,000 different products. So I'm like, yeah, that's fantastic. Let's go into my mouth. I went in with Salem Cosmetics. So this is a color called Vampire. It's a nice deep brown. So I lined my lips with that. And then for the inner lips, I went in with Juvia's Place in the shade Toffee, one of my favorite lipsticks. You've probably seen me use this 1,001 times because I just love the colors so much. I think it's gorgeous. And I think foundation is the last one. Same thing, Yensa. I stick with my Yensa. I absolutely love it. So I think that's about it. I don't have any other details. So let me just get into the look because we finished up 10 colors here and it was so much fun. I'm actually really happy with the way that the looks turned out. I was not expecting to get looks like this at all. Like, honestly, I don't know what to expect because the fact is that, you know, this is being chosen for me by a number generator and it's so much fun. Like, I absolutely love it. I'm so excited about look number 4 because it kind of feels like it's going to be this very contrasty kind of look. I know that it has to include like blues and then a really fiery yellow because I know that Angel's Trumpet is left behind, and I think I've actually gone through every single other shimmer here, so that's really, really exciting. And it just gets to be the star of the show, and it's surrounded by all these different matte shades. So I'm really, really excited for look 4. May do a look 5, still thinking on that. Stay tuned to see if I do that, but I'm so happy with the way that this turned out. Truly, it's just so pretty. The shimmer shades are just incredible. I love this look that I did here. Like, this was superb. Like, it's just, I never even thought that those colors would go together because, you know, I didn't know what to expect. I have not done the swatches yet, and it looks like the number generator did such a fantastic job of, you know, deciding like what I would go in with because it's just random. But it also shows how beautifully curated this palette is because you can just imagine, right, like taking out a number generator and deciding to just throw random shades together, and look at how it's turning out. Even the first look was fantastic. I mean, to me, a palette is good if you can do something like this because it means that you can just mix anything with anything and it's going to work out beautifully. And I think that's a very interesting way of going about reviewing palettes, you know, because so many times we go for like things we're comfortable with, and that's what I do. And I don't think I've ever realized that, you know, what if, you know, I want to do something that's different and unique. So I like this because it makes me feel like I'm just randomly throwing on stuff onto my eyes. So it feels kind of good. I feel like I like this look a lot more than this one, even though I really enjoyed these like colors and stuff as well. Like, that would be Opium Poppy, which Opium Poppy is an orange in the pan and it's such a vibrant green on my eyes. That is just incredible to me. And then of course Belladonna. Belladonna is gorgeous, perfect for this season. I think it's just beautiful and perfect. And I actually forgot to give you 2 makeup details. Oh my goodness, I'm such a scatterbrain. I did eyeliner with my 2 P. Louise paints. So I did Ecstasy on this side and I did Sweet and Sour on this side, and you can see them when I, you know, did my close-up and stuff. So I did put eyeliner for this because I just felt like I wanted to give this a little bit more oomph. But I don't know, I really love the way that this turned out. Alright, so this is look 4, and there's no tutorial for this one, but I did want to show it to you. We have officially gone through the entire palette, and I'm honestly really happy with the way that Poison Garden performed. It is a beautiful palette, perfect for, you know, Halloween, perfect for the spooky season. I really enjoyed it, and it's also kind of like a deep, dark autumn kind of feel to it, so very beautiful palette, captured the moods and, you know, everything about like a deeper, darker autumn, a spookiness. It captured all of those feels so well. So these shades on my eyes are shades 7, 14, 17, 6, and 4, which, you know, I needed to finish up because, you know, we'd already done those 3 looks beforehand. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say. I honestly love the way that, you know, Poison Garden has worked. I think it's a very beautiful palette. Every single shade has performed very well. The mattes work. You can see what they look like. Of course, let me give you the makeup details of this one, which are very basic. So I did go in with my Yensa foundation. I also went in with my Estee Lauder foundation. It's all in the toilet right now because, you know, like I was doing my look in there. But there were some products that I managed to use from my Ipsy. So I had gone in with one of the eye pencils that I got from my November Ipsy. So if you can just see that sparkly gray over here, that is so gorgeous, and that is what I got for Ipsy, and I was really happy about that. And that is from the brand Lovecraft Beauty, and it's in the shade Searchlight. It's really gorgeous, and it works so well with, you know, the Poison Garden palette all in all. So I'm really happy with the way that, you know, that color just lifted the entire look. It kind of matches that green shade that I had done up there as well. Okay, so I'm also using the Fenty Beauty lip gloss that I got in today's you know, Ipsy box, and it's really pretty. This is what it kind of becomes after you've worn it for a while. It's kind of got this really pretty peachy kind of orange thing about it, and it's in the shade Fenty Glow. So this is a gloss bomb. It's a universal lip luminizer, so I guess it means that anyone can, you know, wear these shades and carry them off, and I think they're pretty nice. It's a nice color. It's a nice tint that you add to your mouth. Yeah, I really like the way that this performs, and I feel like it looks great. Makes it really convenient to have a tiny size as well, because you can just carry it around. So I covered the foundation. I kept it very simple. And for my mascara, I just went in with the first thing that I could grab, which was something from Item Beauty. I got this from Ipsy ages ago and never used it. So this is a Boost Juice Jewel-Ended Lash Primer. So yeah, this basically like a volumizing and a lengthening mascara. So I'm kind of using the blue one. It's actually blue. I don't know if you can even see that on my eyes. But yeah, that's basically that. I don't think there was anything else. You know, I always go in for my Alter Ego eyeshadow base, and that's also in the toilet, so I can't show it to you. But yeah, that's basically that. And all in all, I'm just very happy with the way that Poison Garden performed. I feel it's very versatile. The fact that I could just, you know, mash it up like this, get all these different looks and have so much fun, and, you know, even the shifts are beautiful. The colors work very well. So I'm very happy with it, and I have nothing else to add to this. The formula is great. Yeah, you know, honestly, go and buy it. And I do have a code for that too, so you can get a discount if you want to, and I'll put it on the screen. But I hope this has been helpful, and that you're able to make a decision about whether you want to get it or not. Let me know if there's any other way I can help you out, and until then, I'll see you in another video. Bye.